Alright, hey, HadesOmega here. I'm here at Hollister Hills, Upper Ranch. We're gonna race the Hollister Hills Off-Road Association Wild Wabbit 2022, alright? So the last time I raced here was the hairball in 2021. And I think they're doing like a youth race right now or something. Yeah, there's the fleets just taking off. But anyway, yeah, I'm here actually early for once, you know. And I got the light view, all right? So last time I got a DNF in this race. Well, I don't know if I did one lap, so I couldn't finish the race, all right? I did like one lap and then that was it, because my chain came off, all right? And then like, yeah, and then the chain slipped off and then like it ejected itself. Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. And I had to push it back to the finish line. So this is kind of like my revenge race for that, okay? So yeah, so I got a pretty newish chain. I've been riding this setup for a little while now. I had just kind of overhauled the bike over winter, so hopefully it's better now. All right, so I've got, let's take a look at the bike I'm running right now. All right, so that's my Suron Light V. I'm number 898. As you can see, I registered pretty late. I'm racing in the C4 class, so that's the 40-year-olds beginner class. Okay, I moved from the C3 to the C4 class because I'm old now, okay? So maybe it'll be less competitive. I don't know, man. I don't know how good the 40-year-olds are. All right, maybe I might not be lucky with that. But so now I've got the Manitou Dorado Expert fork on it. I've been using it for a little bit, all right? I've been doing some practice with it, and it is an excellent fork. One of the things that kind of sucks about riding this bike on a course like this, well, not this course is pretty smooth, but if the course is pretty rough, it beats your arms up pretty bad, and then at the end of the day, like my arms are all beat up. So we'll find out if that happens with this fork. Okay, this fork has like a 3-stage compression. All right, it's got like a high speed, a mid, and a bottom out compression. So it's a much more advanced shock compared to the RST fork that I had on there. All right, the RST fork was okay for smooth stuff, but bumpy stuff, not so much. So we'll see how this guy does. All right, this course, like I said, this course not too bumpy, so the RST fork was okay here. All right, also I went back to a 19-inch front. Okay, so we're running the 19-inch front and a 16-inch rear wheel. So we have a real dirt bike rear wheel now. All right, so here it is. And we're running the Shinko 525 cheater tire. All right, I rode it in Lovell Canyon in Nevada, like kind of near Las Vegas, Nevada, and it did really good in the rocks. Okay, so I'm expecting it to do really good on this course. All right, so what this tire is, it's a hybrid knobby tire. It's really soft, but it's got knobs on it, so it's kind of like a cross between a trials tire and a knobby tire, so should be good. And so I had a RockShox Vivid R2C shock on this bike, and I took it off, all right, because I didn't like it. The spring was too stiff, and it was rubbing on stuff. It was rubbing on the shock and stuff. So until I can get a softer spring for that RockShox shocks, I put the stock Fast Ace shock back on. I kind of rode it around the front of the house yesterday, and it was definitely a lot softer than it was before, so that's what I was going for. The rear was too stiff. So where I was having the problem with the front being too stiff before, you know, and the back being fine, now I had the opposite problem. I had the rear is too stiff, and then the front is soft. So it was killing my legs, all right, when I did a test ride at Metcalf. So I'm hoping that this will help balance things out. It'll be nice and soft. So like I said, I really didn't have any problems with this shock before anyways, so I just happened to find that RockShox shocks, so I wanted to try it out. The biggest drawback with this fork, with this shock, is that nobody knows how to rebuild it. Okay, they don't sell parts for it in the US. Okay, all right, so we're running the 219 chain kit. All right, it's still hanging in there. Hopefully it'll hang in there for this race. I think it should be fine. All right, this race will be like 1 hour long. Okay, so I'm going to kind of combine this video with my after action review video, so that will be what the next clip is. Okay, so but yeah, we're run number 898. I've got a 898 barcode on my helmet here. As you can see, I've raced this race quite a number of times. I have a lot of freaking these little barcode stickers on my helmet. All right, and yeah, so I'm interested to see how this setup works with the Dorado fork and the 16-inch rear wheel. So we're going 16-19, and I've been riding it for a while, and I am really impressed with this 16-19 setup. I think that's the ticket for the Sauron, right? It just helps the Sauron, you know, handle properly, is what I want to say. I haven't tried like an 1821, but the 1921, I kind of didn't like that setup. And plus, we're using a real motorcycle rear tire, okay? We're running a 9100 16. Okay, so I'll see you guys after the race. I'll let you guys know how I did and what we could have done to improve, that type of stuff. Hopefully it'll go by pretty nicely, because Virginia City is right around the corner, so so like I have to get this bike ready for that. All right. So I've also brought the 18650 pack. All right, that's what's in there right now. I'm just kind of using it to putt around and stuff, but that one's going to come out, and we're going to put the 21700 pack, which is in here. I'm letting it cool. I'm letting it keep cool in here. All right, so it's got 96% charge right now. I think we should be good to go. And then I'll just be hydrating right now. The weather is in like the 70s, so it's not too bad out here. It's a little warm if you're standing in the sun, but it's excellent weather. I'd imagine it's gonna be kind of dusty out there. It's gonna kind of suck. So I don't think it's not gonna be hero dirt like last time. So it may be a little slippery, but we'll see how that 16-inch tires or Manabi tires handle this. So we're gonna run the 21700 pack first. All right, if I'm coming around for the finish line, and I see that we're lower than like 50%, then I will switch battery packs. Okay, but I think we'll be fine. I've never ran out of battery on this race. All right, this is only a 1 hour long hare scramble for the novices, so I know one and a half hour we'll have to switch packs. I know that. So all right, so good luck, HadesOmega. Alright, hey, HadesOmega here. So this is the after action review vlog. This is the after the race, alright? This is for Wild Wabbit, the Hollister Hills Off-Road Association Wild Wabbit 2022 hare scramble race, okay? So I raced the hairball a while back, alright? I raced the hairball the last year, okay? That was the last race that I did here, and I got a DNF, alright? I didn't finish that race because my chain came off, right? HadesOmega had not been doing proper chain maintenance, i.e. replacing the chain. HadesOmega should have replaced the chain before that race, okay? And the sprocket, alright? So this time, this race, this is my revenge race. This is my race because I didn't finish last time. I got my revenge. Right? I got my finisher sticker. All right, there it is. So that's what the Wild Wabbit 2022 sticker looks like. All right. Yeah. All right. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll take a picture of it. I'll put it at the end of the video. But yeah, so that's the sticker you get when you finish. All right. So it's different. It's different than last year's, so that's for sure. But yeah, so so this is the after action review. This is kind of what was supposed to happen, what really happened, and what we could have done to do better, or what we could keep on doing to maintain. All right, because we did good. All right, what was good and what was bad. Okay, basically. All right. All right. So what we were supposed to do, we were supposed to go race Wild Wabbit 2022. All right, and that's what we did. All right, HadesOmega finished it. All right. After the first lap, HadesOmega already knew he's a winner because I didn't make it past the first lap last time. So this time I did great. All right. So all the work that I had been doing to the bike during winter time has paid off. All right. I got the 16-inch rear wheel. All right. I'm still rocking the 219 chain kit. It seemed to be doing okay. It just seems like every race, every time I take the bike out, I have to adjust it. I guarantee you're probably gonna have to adjust it when I go back home, okay? But it's hanging in there, all right? When there's no more adjustment left on it, then yeah, that'll be it. I'm gonna toss that and we'll put a 420 chain on there. Okay, I was number 898 in the race, right? And I moved from the C3 class to the C4 class, all right? 3 to 4, all right? That just means you're older, Merlin. You're racing the 40-year-olds instead of the 30-year-olds because I'm a 40-year-old now, all right? But like I'm one of the younger 40-year-olds, so I guess, I don't know. Everyone was racing big gas bikes, except for HadesOmega. We were riding the Suron Light B again, all right? So, also I had the Dorado fork on here. The setup I had on here is the Dorado Expert, Manitou Dorado Expert, and then the Fast Taste rear shock. I got rid of that rock shocks because the spring was like too stiff, all right? So I decided to not run that anymore, okay? Until I get a softer spring for it. But I'm kind of debating whether I'm going to toss that or not. So how do I feel like right now after the race? You know what? I got minimal arm pump. I don't have a lot of arm pump. This fork is worth every $1,500 I dropped into it, man. I'm telling you, it absorbed everything like butter. All right. Well, maybe I could. There might be something I can do to make it a little better, is what I'm gonna say. To tune it a little better. HadesOmega is not the best at tuning suspension. I kind of just ride it and like, oh, I feel like I want it stiffer or softer. There's just a lot of adjustments on this fork. Someone would say, okay. But yeah, I think it was okay. I felt it did kind of bottom out sometimes, all right? But I think that's just the nature of this bike. It's really light. It's still gonna beat you up no matter what, all right? So first lap rolls around, and I don't really know where I'm going, all right? I've never run this course before. They change the course all the time. This is kind of the configuration. This is the configuration I like because it has less uphills, but this is the most different course that I've ever run, and I think it's the longest course because when we finished the race, I had 21.8 miles on my GPS, all right? 21.8. And this bike normally goes 20 miles. So by the time we were at the third lap, I was like, you'd better take it easy on the third lap because we might not make it back. And sure enough, when we were on like the very last sections, I could feel the bike starting to cut out and everything when I'm trying to get more power from it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so I'll kind of go play by play for the first 3 laps. It's kind of the same as usual. There's a lot of people that pass me, and I passed a lot of people, all right? So there's going to be slow riders and there's going to be fast riders. Hopefully the people that passed me weren't in my class. I was gonna say, I hope I got a trophy. I was to say, I haven't got a trophy out of this race for a while now, okay? But maybe just the light beast is not fast enough, I don't know. Definitely the regen helped a lot on this race because there was just a lot of those turns. There was a lot of turns that just left, right, and then like do a hairpin turn, you know, a lot of stuff like that. So it was really handy to be able to lock up the rear and slide it into the corners. You know, I did a lot of that, man. And there was a lot of steep downhill sections. So I'm not gonna lie, you were going down and you're going down fast and it just turned suddenly. So you really need to just put the hammer down on the brakes, you know, or the regen, and just whip it around that corner. I did a lot of locking up the rear and sliding around corners. All right, I think I remember I did like a chain drift around 2 corners before I felt the back slide once, and I slid the other direction too. I was like, yeah, chain drift. But yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. The first lap I was taking it easy, okay. And there was I don't think I got past. I got passed by less than a handful of people. I know that. I know I did a lot of passing on the first lap from the slower riders up ahead. Yeah, so I don't know. I would see a lot of people make mistakes. So that's HadesOmega's kind of strategy. All right, this is the but what's supposed to happen type thing. HadesOmega was supposed to not crash, okay? So, well, guess what? HadesOmega didn't crash once, all right? I did great, all right? I kind of wasn't paying attention, and I went off the course, and I bushwhacked a little bit, all right? But I got back on the course. I did pass a green Kawasaki bike, and then he passed me in that section, and I couldn't pass him again. I don't know what happened, man, because I legit passed him before, but then he just got faster all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. And I think that was on like the second lap. And yeah, so the second lap, I think the second lap was probably my fastest lap. Well, we'll take a look at the times at the when I think they posted them already, so we'll take a look at it. I think the second lap was my fastest because I'm already warmed up, and you know, I know the course already. You know, I'm getting kind of a bad like arm pump right here. I think that's from working the brakes and the throttle. So this bike has been doing something it hasn't been doing. It's been going into like a Berserk mode is what it's been doing. That's what I call it Berserk mode. What happens is the NXT display, like the bike, it seems like the bike is gonna go overheat. Usually when it overheats, it slows the bike down, right? It cuts the regen back. Well, it does the opposite, okay? It gives you all the power. The NXT display just shuts off, and it gives you like a lot of power. There's like a certain part in the throttle where it just takes off like a freaking rocket. So that was good for the more wide open sections, all right, that welcome power. But on the tighter single track sections and the more technical stuff, it was a handful, all right, and that's why this hurts. That's what I'll say, all right. Okay, yeah. So the bike was in like Berserk mode after like the first lap. That's what I'm gonna say. And the weather was, I would say like about in the 70s, probably mid 70s. Not too hot, not too cold. So it was perfect to ride the bike out here today. It was a little slippery out there. Yeah, it was a little slippery. So I would say there's a lot of that hard pack stuff, the hard pack stuff with a little bit of dirt on top that's really slippery. Yeah, it was pretty slippery. I slip and slide all over the place, man. But these Shinko cheater tires do great, all right? They're not super awesome in the hard pack, but they're not super awesome in the loose stuff either, but it's a kind of like, it's a good in between everything. So it's actually perfect for this course, all right? But even then, it's still slip and slide a little bit. It would have been nice if we had some hero dirt out there, but we didn't. there wasn't really much hero dirt. But like I said, it could have been worse. It could have been hot and drier. I was following a lot of the bikes, and you just get sucking in dust everywhere. I had like a big dirt mustache earlier. I washed my face, so. But yeah, it was pretty dusty out there. Sometimes I would get wrapped. Okay, so like there would be like a berm that somebody was gonna try to get up, and they would wrap it, and then there would just be smoke everywhere, man. I'm like, yeah, you get smoke screened out there, man. So I as much as possible, I try to stay away from a bike. Unless I knew I could pass it, okay? So, like, you can definitely tell when somebody's slower out there, you know. And yeah, so, but I had a whole lot of fun. Second lap, I felt was like my fastest because I kind of knew everything, and I was already warmed up. After the first lap, I was like, oh man, I'm tired, guys, type of thing. All right, and the third lap, I was kind of even more fired up, but I kind of knew it was kind of sketchy that we were going to finish the race or not, because the battery charge was getting pretty low. Okay, so I think after the first lap we were about 70%, and then the third lap we were like in high 40s, like around 50%. So I knew like we might be able to make another lap, just keep on going. So I just kept on going. And what happened? We almost ran out of power on the third lap, all right? So on the third lap, I was really milking it. I was hyper-miling it, okay? I told myself, hey, try not to get on the throttle too much. I rode the bike like a two-stroke, okay? Because it had so much power, you know, from the Berserk mode. That's what I would say. I would just wrap it real quick, just go real quick, and then just let it coast the rest of the way, or I would just regen and slow down, all right? That was kind of like my technique when I went into Berserk mode, all right? It's kind of nice having a lot of power like that, though. It goes like some of those hill climbs, dude. This bike climbed those hill climbs up like a freaking monster, man. I'm telling you, dude. That power is like freaking awesome, dude. It's just really hard to control that power in technical riding. It's a problem. But anyway, yeah, the third lap I was starting to hyper mile it. Okay, I told myself I knew like when I got past the halfway point, a lot of the beginning of the course is a lot of uphill. So I knew if I finished about half the lap, it would be mostly flat or downhill and just minimal uphill. So I think I had it, and then I just kept on seeing the charge go lower. It dipped down to 30, then it dipped down to 20, and then okay, so at the end I saw there was this rider in front of me. He was riding a two-stroke or something, and I tried to pass him. I tried to pass him on the motocross course. I was like, oh, catching up to this guy. Come on, man, finish this. Pass this guy please. and then I was gonna go on the big, there's like a big jump, like the first jump after you get on the motocross track, there's a big tabletop jump, and you could really send it on that. And there was like people like watching there, and they were like cheering and stuff. It was good. It was kind of cool. It was like a rally race or something, you know. And yeah, and I went to go goose it to pass him off a jump, and then the bike cut out. I was like, oh shit, we're running out of power. And I'm looking at the power. I was like, well, we got like 10% left. We don't got a whole lot of power left. So I was like, okay, just gotta stay behind this guy, try to pass him. I managed to like slide the bike around the corner a little bit faster than him, and then I passed him at the end. And the end is this crazy. The end is this crazy downhill. It just goes straight down like this, and you're getting like a lot of speed. You gotta brake like really hard because the finish line is just like right there. It's freaking nuts. I've never done that like downhill section before. Like check it out on the video. Oh, this thing is hella scary. It's just like you're gonna go right, and then it just goes down right, like way down. You gotta be dropping like maybe at least 2 stories, 2-3 stories, and then you gotta stop really fast because that's a finish line, right? And yeah, that's what happened, man. So yeah, and I was just so glad that I finished. All right, and I passed somebody at the end, so I barely passed him. He said he didn't even hear me. A lot of the people when they said I passed them, like they said they didn't hear me come by like a freaking ninja, man. Okay. So that was it. That was the end of the race. The bike did pretty good. I think this bolt kind of got loose. I kind of saw it kind of loose. So I need to go put some Loctite on these bolts right here. Yeah, I've been having problems with bolts backing out. I think my locking nuts are starting to wear out. So it might be time to get new locking nuts. Everything hung in there. Okay, I think this is the first big dirt race that I've done with the new setup, and the tail lights hung in there. All right, I was worried that grit shift tail light was gonna break off right away. All right, because it's 3D printed stuff, but it hung in there. Good job. 2.9 chain kit was okay. Let me go check the chain real quick. Chain's a little loose. All right, chain is always loose. You know, it always loosens up during the race. So, but good thing it didn't come off. All right. So that's gotta tell me the sprockets and the chain are still in good shape. I think we're gonna use that chain and sprocket for the next Virginia City race, and I think I'm gonna replace the chain at least. Yeah, so we had 10% on the battery. We rode 21.8 miles. All right, and so HadesOmega knows that this bike can go 20 miles off-road. Like if you're ripping it off-road, you'll get 20 miles. And we rode 21.8 miles. So you can tell HadesOmega was really milking it on that last lap. All right, I would do a lot of coasting, you know, riding like a mountain bike, you know. But this fork, worth every penny. This fork, all right. This fork did great. All right, it's definitely a huge improvement over the RST because my arms don't hurt don't hurt that bad right now. Okay, the reason my arm hurts is because of the throttle. Okay, trying to milk the throttle, trying to finesse the throttle, it's really hard when it's really bumpy out there. That course had a lot of whoops and bumps and dips and stuff and ruts. Yeah, I don't remember it being that bad. That's what I'm saying. But the bike did great over it, all right? And it would power over through some of the whoops and stuff. It would just kind of glide over it. So I think it was good. I think that's like kind of the limit of this bike, man. It's so light that stuff kind of just, it kind of gets bent out of shape, all right? There was a lot of people crashing in front of me, all right? I would follow somebody for a while, and then they would blow a corner, and then they would dump the bike. They would be like, oh shit, we blew the corner down.
Take it easy on the first lap, man. We don't know the course yet. Whoa, that guy biffed it. See, that's why it's like, take it easy, man. Oh man. Sorry. Yeah, we're good.
I ran into somebody's number plate, and I was like, man, there's people going too fast into a corner, and they would blow a turn, or you know. Oh yeah, another one on the first lap. There's this there's like a piece of tape that like it's not up properly, and you can either go right or left around a hay bale. And there's kind of a narrow path on the left and a wide path on the right. Well, I went on the wide path, and I see this guy turning around. I'm like, oh shit, we probably went the wrong way. So,
we're at 86% charge. Are we going left here? Which way are we going? I don't know if this is the right way or not. Oh, is this the wrong way? Shit. I see that guy going the other way, man.
So I turn around and I follow him, and then a bunch of people already passed me. I'm like, oh shit, man. And then I go the right way. So I knew, like, when I came back there on the second lap, to stick to the left. Don't go to the right, because that's the wrong way. I don't know why they didn't fix that, man. I heard some people talking about that earlier, like, yeah, I went the wrong way. Like, and I think that's what they were talking about, okay? I didn't really have any crashes. Yeah, I just kind of got bent out of shape. I kind of got tired a couple times, and like I said, I was trying to conserve the battery a lot. And yeah, I did some bushwhacking out there. Okay, I tried to what was it? Oh, I was looking at how much percentage my battery had, and then I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and I went straight off the trail. It's a good thing it was like there was like just bushes and stuff. So we did a little bushwhacking.
Oh my God! What are you doing, man? You're bushwhacking. No bushwhacking.
But other than that, you know, there's kind of, it's really slippery. You know, you got to be careful where you put your tires. This Shinko F546 tire is pretty good. I'm still pretty happy with this tire. All right, I like that tire a whole lot. And that cheater tire is really good. So I think the tires did pretty good. It was just really slippery out there, man. There's nothing you can do. Even if you have like the best tire, it's still gonna slip and slide a little bit. So it would be nice if there was a little hero dirt out there, is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, so that's it. 21.8 miles. I think the time, I checked the time, and we were out there for 1 hour and 18 minutes. So our time should be probably a little bit less than a 1 hour and 18 minutes. All right. We were definitely not fast enough to do 4 laps. All right, we're not super duper fast. We'll go up the hill and we'll check our results after this video. And yeah, so the bike hung in there. I'm so happy. Nothing broke. I will check the linkages and all the stuff, but for the most part, it looks like the bike took it pretty well. All right, and that was a pretty rough race, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That course pretty beat the crap out of me. I've never run that configuration on that course before, so that was something new. There was some kind of spots that I knew already, you know, but like it was totally different, man. I've never ridden that configuration before, so definitely you got to take it easy on your first lap, you know, and that's what I did. I was trying to memorize places to go, and I was definitely, somebody lost their GoPro, also I was still trying to go on the smoother paths. There's like whoops, like, yeah, there's a whoopy section, and then if you go around it, you can go around the whoops and it'll be flat. So I was still trying to do that, even though I knew this bike could do it. I knew it was just, it slows it down. It still slows it down a whole lot. All right, it kind of depends on how deep the whoops are, you know, or tall they are. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how it did. All the work that I did to it seems to have paid off. So hopefully we'll do good in Virginia City. And show those other electric bikes what's up, all right? But I don't know how well we did, so let's go check it out. All right, let's go. And the good thing is we didn't break a chain this time. So I wanted to talk about the suspension again. So the Dorado fork was great, all right? And I'm glad I got rid of that RockShox because it was too stiff before. And so we went back to the Fast Ace shock, and I think it's perfect. It's just the right stiffness, all right? So this shock is a good match for this fork right here, okay? Now I probably could do some adjustments on it to make it better. I still feel like it's kind of it's a little too stiff. Maybe we can make it softer. Maybe I can reduce the mid-stroke compression a little bit, and, you know, we'll figure something out. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the way the suspension worked. Okay, I'm definitely glad that we got rid of that RockShox, man. I was not too happy with that, and I still feel this Fast Ace shock is still great, you know. And I have a brand new one still, so it's good. This is my old one actually, so still hanging in there. Well, we'll just wait till it blows. All right, here's we go. All right, hey, HadesOmega here. So it's after the race. I got home and I'm still wearing my my pajamas. Okay, so we're here in my office. So we're gonna go take a look at the results. So unfortunately, I went on the Hollister Hills Off-Road Association website and they haven't posted the results yet. Okay, so we will. I took a bunch of pictures of the results before I left. Okay, and HadesOmega got. Here we go. 7th. I got 7th. All right. So I don't know what the deal with this Simon Robert guy is. All right. It says they scratched his name out and they put me on. And they changed everybody's thing. So I guess there was 14. All right, 14 riders or 13 riders, I guess, since they took this guy out. All right, and HadesOmega race in the C4 class. All right, that's a 40-year-olds class because HadesOmega is 40 now. But HadesOmega is a young 40-year-old, so I should be able to do pretty good against these other 40-year-olds, right? Well, we'll see. Anyway, so I got 7th place out of 13, okay, which is not bad. I think that's the way it is all the time. That's the best HadesOmega can do with the Sauron bike, man. That's all I can say, man. So those guys were racing like legit dirt bikes, all right, like legit gas dirt bikes, the best like gas dirt bikes you can get, right? So that's what it is. That's what we'll say. All right. So here's how it finished. I got a one. I didn't even tell you what each lap it was. It kind of sucks. But anyway, the whole elapsed time is 1 hour 14 minutes. All right. So that put me right in front of this guy. I don't know what happened with this guy. Maybe he was in the wrong class or something. And then the rest of these guys got up there. Okay. So what this line here means is these guys got trophies. So there's a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place trophies. Sorry, Merlin, you did not earn a trophy because you got 7th place. All right. So not even close to getting a trophy. So let's say, all right. But I think that's usually what I get. All right. So really, all the money that HadesOmega poured into the bike, did it make a big difference? Well, you know what? I'll tell you, my body sure feels like it's less beat up than it normally is. I'll tell you that. All right, but also it does say Sauron here. They actually put Sauron here. I don't know how they're able to put Sauron in there. I think when I registered, I put Sauron. So they actually put Sauron on there. Normally they would just put other or something, or Kawasaki or something, because sometimes I race the Kawasaki. So it's cool to see that we have been acknowledged, Sauron. All right, all right, and then we did better than the rest of these guys. All right, we did better than a Yamaha, 2 Yamahas, a Beta. That's a good bike right there, a Beta. It only did 2 laps. Yeah, these guys only did 2 laps. KTM, Honda, and a KTM. All right, what was better than us? 2 Kawasaki's. I can't believe it. You let that guy pass you. I think we were really racing against that guy, and he stayed in front of us. I don't know how. Yeah, it was just kind of strange. But yeah, so there it is. So there's a Kawasaki, KTM, Yamaha, KTM, Beta. So pretty much KTM, Beta, Yamahas, and Kawasaki's. There's a Honda right here. There's a Honda and a Beta. There's 2 Betas. There's more Betas than there are Hondas. That's kind of sad. That's what I say. All right, and 1 Sauron. All right, HadesOmega is representing the Sauron. All right. So we got 114, and I guess the next guy down got a 118. So we definitely beat this guy. And then these guys only did 2 laps. All right, and then this guy only did 1 lap. So I don't know what happened to this guy. And this guy did 0 laps. He didn't show up to the race or something. So I don't know what the deal with that was, but they still put him on there. And yeah, there was a Husqvarna, but they scratched this guy's name out, so I don't know what the deal with that is. All right, and then these guys on the top 4, they got trophies. KTM, Yamaha, KTM, Beta. If HadesOmega was to get a trophy, I had to go, man, like 3 or 4 minutes faster. 3 or 4 minutes faster. All right, guys, there you go, 3 or 4 minutes faster. Not that far. It's actually pretty close race, guys. Yeah, actually a pretty close race. We were really close to getting 6. Yeah, we were 1 minute off of this guy. 5th, that's kind of a stretch. That's almost like a full 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that was gonna happen, but yeah. And these guys, something happened to their bikes, so HadesOmega kind of finished last again, man. But at least we finished this time, all right. Well, last time we didn't even finish. So this is me, Merlin Valencia here, 898. All right. Oh, they also have overall position, overall finish. I finished 51 out of what though? Hold on. Okay, haha. If you look at this, the last sheet has a total number of riders, 114. So HadesOmega finished like in the middle of the pack. So if you look at this, that's me with my finger right there. All right, so 51. We finished 51 out of 114 riders, according to this. All right, according to this right here, 114. So 51 out of 114. So you get a grade of F, HadesOmega. You're in the middle of the percentile. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, you're not at the top, you're not at the bottom, you're smack dab in the middle. So I think that's pretty good, and I had a pretty good race. That's what I want to say. All right. Also, so let's see how we did versus HadesOmega likes to do this. I like to see how I did against these other classes. All right. So we were 114.51. All right. So in C1, all right. This is ages 12 to 15. Yeah, we're bullying them kids. All right. HadesOmega would have been 7th place. 8th place. We would have been 8th place. All right. Right. We're all, damn, these are all KTMs right here. All right. All right. C2 was the biggest class. All right. We would have wound up in if we were racing these teenagers and ages 16 and 29 is we would have been, damn, there's a lot of 114s, man. We would be like right here. 21st place. We would have been 21st place. Even worse. All right, guys, even worse. All right, and then there's okay. We were in C3, and okay, so I was in C3 last year, but I moved up to the next age group, so I would have been like right here, right, 10th place. All right, so yeah. Which actually doesn't look too bad, because look at how many people are in this class. The C3 class is pretty big too, but the C2 class is the biggest. All right, so yeah, we were in 4. Let's check out the old guys, the C5 class. All right, here's C5. All right, 114. Whoa, dude, this guy beat us by like a microsecond or something. We would have been 7th place. Still the same results. All right, that's the best HadesOmega can do. All right, C60, 60 years and up, man. Look at these guys. They only did 2 laps. Okay, so I don't think we can compare us to that. All right, and then there's the women. All right, oh man, I'll tell you this: a woman passed me. So yeah, one of these women passed me right here. Okay, I was probably Emma or Hensley here. They passed me. I can guarantee you that, man. I could not keep up with her. I was surprised. I was like, holy moly, man, that's a fast girl. And so yeah, hey, you know what? If we were racing in the women's class, HadesOmega would have taken home the 3rd place trophy. But that's like kind of not fair. Okay. Okay, and there you have it, the results. HadesOmega got 7th place in the C4 class, the novice racers, okay. I don't know if anybody did 4 laps. Hold on, let me check that out real quick. Yes, nobody did 4 laps, okay. So typically on these Hollister Hills races, we do either 3 laps, and if you're really, really fast, you do 4 laps. Nobody did 4 laps, all right. So I have to say that this course was the most difficult, probably, yeah, it's one of the more difficult courses and one of the longer courses. So and I felt like, yeah, I felt like we were out there for quite some time. That's what I'll say. All right, yeah, so that's the reason why nobody got four laps. All right, either there was nobody out there that was like super dupery fast, and I'm sure there were. All right, usually the C2 class, the kids class, they're super competitive. All right, and nobody got 4 laps, so everyone got 3 laps. So don't feel too bad, HadesOmega. All right, and you finished in the middle of the pack. At least we finished this time. All right, last time we didn't even finish. So, and I had a lot of fun, and I passed a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people crashing in front of me. Yeah, you know, it's like, well, what what am I gonna do? You know, I felt the bike performed pretty good. So I think we're ready for Virginia City. All right, hopefully we'll be able to finish the Virginia City Grand Prix and get that finisher pin. All right, that's what I'm looking for. All right, I did get 2nd place in the electric class, but kind of like on a technicality. So all right, yeah. So anyway, so thanks for watching. That is the HadesOmega races the Hollister Hills Wild Wabbit 2022 hare scramble. All right, I love this race. It's a fun race. And that's what it is. It's all about fun. It's not super duper competitive, and that's fine with me, man. As long as I'm out there having fun, you know, and I get a chance to get a trophy. So HadesOmega is in 7th place. Does he think he can do any better than that? Man, I'm telling you, I rode pretty well today. I didn't crash a whole lot, you know. I got tired a couple times, but I feel like that's pretty much the best HadesOmega can do. All right. Unless I get a different kind of bike, you know. I'm pretty sure my KLX probably will get roughly the same time anyway. So yeah, I would need to invest in like a real dirt bike. So let's say to me, okay, maybe when the Stormbee comes out, you know, but I don't even know if the Stormbee could finish this race, guys. We barely finished this race, barely, by the skin of our teeth. The bike was cutting out of the last part of the motocross track, so I might not have made it to the finish line if I hadn't have been careful. Okay, so I have to be really strategic. I hate to say it, we probably should have changed the battery in a 3rd lap. That way we could have kept on going faster, but you know, it's also, I was getting kind of tired too. So, but I feel like if I had swapped the battery pack to the smaller pack, and we would have had like a lot of power, we probably wouldn't have to let the bike coast so much. Okay. Yeah, HadesOmega was being very conservative after the 2nd lap. All right, like halfway through the 2nd lap, I was like, I wonder how we're doing. So if we had swapped the battery, then I wouldn't have to worry about that. All right, so there's that. All right, if we did swap the battery, it'd probably take 2 minutes off our time. My guess is it would take us 2 minutes to swap the battery. Okay, my battery's not like super duper easy to swap like the Sauron battery. Okay, but yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. HadesOmega out. That's the results.